Jump in bed, cover up your head. Santa Claus ain't the only thing coming tonight.
Oh, new intro opening. I like it. Can we
it.
use that every week?
I mean, we can. It's Christmas now, right?
Yeah, it's Christmas, right? As of Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
Halloween went good. A lot of trick or treating we did. Well, you worked one night, but you went out the next one, right?
Yeah, I did.
The second night I didn't do a whole lot, but my kid did, and that's what matters.
Yeah. I mean, we're...
Did you see any good costumes?
A few. I like... I mean, it's whatever. But I like the inflatable costumes that look like, like an alien carrying somebody or like riding an ostrich or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of K-pop demon hunters.
Yeah.
A lot of those. But
We went to the elementary school parade, and that one kid had that big old dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
I mean, nobody could walk around him. He took up the whole sidewalk. That was kind of cool.
I wonder how well you can see where you're going and stuff too.
Yeah, I mean,
like walking up steps and stuff like
well,
that.
especially because when he was walking, it was like,
Just swaying back and forth.
yeah, so.
But,
So both of us have our Christmas trees up.
yes.
Have you decorated outside yet?
No, I usually wait to do that. So we're only on November 4th at the time of filming. So we're 4 days into the 57 days of Christmas. So I think we're doing okay. And honestly, I might mow one more time
I was thinking the same thing this morning.
before I put up Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Usually, I try to do it one more time before it gets too cold so that it's short through the winter. That way, like when the kids go out and they're playing in the snow, if we get any snow, there's not like grass sticking up through and all that stuff. Kind of mulch the leaves one time over. And I'll probably mow one more time.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I got a 20-foot Santa that I put up, and I'm wondering if I want it getting beat in the wind
Yeah.
for 2 solid months.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And especially like today and yesterday, it was pretty windy out.
Mm-hmm.
So you put that thing 20 feet up in the air, it's gonna take a beating.
Oh, yeah.
I've listened to Christmas music. Have you?
Bentley requested some Christmas music on Saturday, so we listened to some in the car. Crystal was playing like the NSYNC Christmas album,
Okay.
but otherwise I haven't yet.
Oh.
So I will. I'll get there.
I'll
Maybe
get there.
maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
So Asher and I put on like 4 or 5 ornaments last night, and he was singing "Deck the Halls,"
Oh, nice.
which in a 4-year-old voice.
It's cute.
Yeah, deck the halls. The fa la 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 la. That was pretty funny. Like I think he stumbled all over it, but whatever.
And usually they go on much longer.
No, yeah.
Fa la 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 la.
Bro, it cut off like 10 of those ago, but he just keeps on going. But, that's what it's about, the memories like that. And, even then, so basketball season is officially kicking off for us. Bryson plays his first game tomorrow night.
Oh, wow.
So,
So you guys are ramping up, and we're getting ready to get our seeding for regionals
Right.
for the girls basketball.
Yes.
But we did have BTBA practice tonight.
oh, there you go.
yeah.
How'd that go?
Pretty good. I was at work, but Crystal said I did pretty good. Some of these kids are just moving up. It was Jax's age, so like second, third, fourth.
Oh, wait, you're playing 3 age groups all at once?
I think so. Yeah, because
Yikes.
I think the other age group is fifth, sixth.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's a big gap in there.
Yeah, so I jumped Bryson from 3rd to 4th,
Mm-hmm.
so he didn't play 3rd grade at all. Jumped straight into 4th grade, and I don't know if that, looking back on it, was a great decision. I mean, he was taller, he was bigger, a little bit more coordinated, but I don't know that it developed him as good as it could have with 1 year down there. But either way, it worked out. He's see how he does tomorrow night. But so are you helping coach at all for BTBA, or are you just like a glorified assistant, be there when you can?
Yeah, kind of a glorified assistant. I didn't want to commit to anything. I was asked about it. I was asked to be the head coach. And at the time, I didn't really know what was going to go on with work or anything because I'm working on a job change and stuff. So I didn't want to commit to something that I wouldn't be able to do fully. So I told Andy, who ended up being the head coach, that I would help out when I could and if I could, but I didn't want to commit fully to it.
Now it looks like
Now I could definitely do it. Yeah. So
But
hindsight's
hey,
2020.
that's different news for another time.
Well, they got
basketball
coaches.
season's here. Volleyball's coming for the girls after regionals, which I have the 7th grade regional championship, so I expect it to be BPC in it. Be cool to do that. Obviously, the Harps are a very talented team, so I expect it to be U2 in that regional championship game. So can't wait to see that. Obviously, that's like the 18th or 26th, somewhere around there. So 2-3 weeks out, but definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, Bentley was actually telling me that based on standings right now, if they beat Carthage Thursday night, they're the number 1 seed. So
Which was?
Yeah, which could change. I'm sure that the Harps there.
Carthage were 2A.
Yeah, so I don't know, but Bentley was telling me that tonight.
Wow, that's
yeah,
pretty impressive.
but it could be, like I said, it could be maybe they've played a little bit more games. Maybe other teams like La Harpe will catch up. I don't know, but that's what she was telling me tonight. Or maybe Ryan's just using that for motivation.
Right? Yeah. Just go. If you win, if you beat Carthage, Carthage is a good team.
Yeah.
They got a tall girl down there, and she is very good.
You're the number 1 seed.
Her dad is actually the Illini West girls basketball coach.
Oh, nice.
So she's pretty good. I think his wife is the head coach down there. So anyway, good program. Carthage always has talent. So Bushnell's got some talent now. It'd be cool to see what they do.
Yeah, should be a good game, and I get to be there, which is even better.
Yeah, I mean, somebody that doesn't get to make games as often as you'd like to, I should say.
Not enough. I've got some stuff coming up. Should make it to some more games. I'm doing the announcing for the whole kickoff tournament for our high school boys, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah. So, let's talk about that a little bit. So, one half of Garage Time gets to start announcing play-by-play or color commentary, however you want to say it, for the local high school basketball games.
Yep.
Are you excited?
Nervous.
Nervous.
Really loved doing football. I didn't play basketball much in school. I was not very coordinated enough. I don't really watch a lot of basketball. I haven't really coached a lot of basketball, so I'm a little nervous about it just because for me that's my weakest sport. But I'm excited too. I mean, I'll study, I'll watch some tape and stuff. I'll be ready to go.
Maybe just go back onto TSSR.
Yeah. Game
Time Live. Watch some former games of Bushnell. We'll have some kids still playing, so you can hear how that. I don't know who did them all last year, but obviously that's the radio, or those guys doing it, not the actual guy in the stands. So a little different. But no, I'm excited to see how you do. I actually get to ref a couple of the games that you're announcing, so
yeah, that'll be cool.
Very excited for that. At one point, Garage Time will be there in full.
That's true. Maybe we can get some video or something. I know at one time, I was doing a football game while you were coaching, so maybe we can figure out something to tie it all in.
Well, let's jump into some unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
So I actually was watching a Netflix show that brought this idea up for me. And they are podcasters on that show. But basically talking about how conservative people are struggling in an open world nowadays.
Okay.
And by that, they were saying, everybody now talks about everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like their sex life, their religions, their politics, finances, and, so the conservative people are really struggling to have, conversation because the new open people want to talk about everything and not just small talk.
Right.
And my thought on that is I'm one of those open people. I may not get into total depth about certain things, like the details, but I'm definitely open. I'm not ashamed of anything. You're going to make mistakes as a human. I'm going to tell you about it. How do you feel? You're more of a conservative type.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Certain
Setting,
situations,
I guess,
yeah. I am conservative. I do feel like, I'm an open book. I don't really shy away from a lot of things that might be something I have to deal with regarding work today. But for the most part, I mean, I'm kind of a good mix of both. But it makes sense. For me, it's always been really hard to make small talk. I'm not a small talk person. I'm not a good person that's like, how's the weather, I want to have real talks. How's the wife and family? How's work going? What are you working on? What is your goal? Meaningful stuff, like you said. I don't want to sit and make small talk, unless it's small talk sports. I can do that forever. But
that doesn't count.
Yeah. No, I'm not a very good casual talker. If I'm engaging in conversation, then we're having a conversation.
Right.
Yeah. But there is like no holds barred for some of these conversations.
Yes.
Like you said, people will share everything, and that.
And we have some friends that are that way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They go
yeah.
into their sex life and they're telling you exactly everything. And you're like, dude, I don't need to know all this.
Especially if they drink a little bit. Then it's just
Right.
like, boom.
Well,
like it's all out there.
Yeah, drinking, that's all bets are off.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't have a. And then you got, we got a couple friends that, I mean, they'll deep dive into the finances right in front of you. And you're like, all right, and I've never wanted to shy away. Like, somebody asks me something, I'm like, hey, let's talk about this. I'm okay. Like, and my thing is like, when they want to compare, I'm okay with that as long as we're not trying to prove who's better. That just gets you nowhere.
And the thing is, like, everybody, that's the thing. Like, I think that, generations before us, there was always this keeping up with the Joneses thing and trying to be the same as everybody around you. And now, better, worse, and different, there's a lot of different ways to define success, which we've talked about on the podcast.
Yep.
But it's not like who's winning the race. Like, that's a personal thing. You can be making $80K a year and have a comfortable living with no debt, or you can be making $160K a year and have drowning in debt.
Right.
And there's a different quality of life there. So it's not all about, finances, money, your job, stuff like that, where you went to school.
All
That
that
stuff is,
Yeah.
So I do like that, the open conversation leads to a little bit more of like who you are as a person, and that's been good. And I think like in my job, probably your job too, being able to share a little bit of who you are to a degree,
Yes.
obviously,
Yes.
helps you relate to the person, especially like, hey, I'm human. I see you, I hear you. Yes, this is my job. This is what I'm paid to do, but I'm also here on a real level. Like I'm listening to you. I'm here to help.
Right.
So that makes a difference too.
Oh, and being a relatable salesman is one of the things I feel like I'm really good at. Like, I've struggled.
Mm-hmm.
I've been high. I've been low. I can relate to a lot of different things. Like, I've made a lot of stupid decisions. I made a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
I'm also only 33 years old, and I'm probably gonna make a lot more bad ones and good ones.
Well,
Like it's just part of life to go through the ups and downs and the challenges and the struggles. So if you can relate to somebody on that, your conversation is gonna be way more meaningful.
Yeah, and I think the honesty is a good thing. I just had a conversation with Luke about this tonight when I got home from work because he got in a little trouble at school. Him and some other boys were goofing around and basically got told to keep their hands to themselves. But at first they didn't want to tell me, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm like, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna scream, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you, like, one of the things you need to learn is you need to be as open and upfront about your failures as you are your successes. Like, you need to own it.
Right.
It's super easy to be like, hey, man, got an A on that test, and, like, own that. But you also got to come out and be like, hey, I fucked up.
Right.
And you got to own that, too.
Exactly.
So, and hopefully those lessons are something that he carries on into life. But
Right.
it's like, hey, you messed up, man. Everybody's going to make mistakes. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. I'm not going to judge you for making a mistake.
Right.
Do you own it, and do you move on from it?
We're going to judge you on how you react to that mistake.
Right.
If you're one that's going to throw a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old, yeah, dude, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Now, if you're like, hey, that's me, I'm going to do better next time, this is what I'm going to do better, hey, we're moving forward. Like, that's the stuff I like to see. And the thing is like, there's a lot of people out there that don't want to say, hey, that was on me, because it's a pride thing.
Right.
To me, you show more pride by owning up to it.
You got to admit when you're wrong.
Now it's hard because I'm perfect and I'm damn near not.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of practice.
Right? Yeah,
But
no, I like the open dialogue, and I struggle with having it because I'm not much of a debater. I don't like to debate. Nobody ever changes their stance on anything
right.
after debate. I've never met anybody that's done it. Plus, there's a lot of people out there that believe winning a debate is just talking louder than you.
Yeah.
And that's not the case.
And I think that, there's another type of person out there. You talked about open person versus conservative, but there's a third person out there, and that's the person that's, God, how do I want to say this? Like, not transparent at all. Like, they almost put up a front, or they put up bold-faced lies. Like, they are not open. They're not conservative. Like, they're almost projecting false things, you know, like, so they're
This
not.
is how I want you to view me.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, like a projector, you know.
Right.
And so there's a third type of person. And honestly, conservative open, I can get along with a lot of different people. I don't like that third type of person.
Right.
You
You know,
know?
and I'm with you there. Like, you know, two people are sitting there having a conversation and they're talking about how they had a good achievement at work, and the third person jumps in and is like, oh, yeah, you know, I had something similar to that. And they're trying to make up this bogus story.
Yeah.
And you can tell that they're struggling to tell it. Like, is this real? Like, you know.
Yeah.
And then, like, 2 weeks later, you got a fire with some other friends. Like, hey, tell them about that. And he's like, oh, yeah. Messed the story up because, well, it was a lie. Like,
Whole different story. Yeah.
you can't remember lies. You can remember the truth, you know. And I'm with you on that one. Like, you know, and then there's that fine line of, like, being open to a degree, like we talked about, with definitely religious and political views. And I don't like to really talk to anybody about them because everybody categorizes whatever view you have into this giant mass.
Yeah. This is who you are.
Yeah, and it's like I went this way because of two little things that really affect me.
Yeah.
Not, I don't agree with everything that this person or that person or this religion does.
And I think that's a couple of things that, like, society doesn't really accept right now. You can't really talk about religion. You can't really talk about politics because it's not okay to have a different opinion. But the other side of that is, like, religion is very personal, you know. And I know there's organized religion, like go to church on Sunday, go to Bible school, do this, blah, 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 you know, 10 Hail Marys, whatever. But I think that religion is a very personal journey. I think that how you connect with whatever you believe is something that is fine with you. Like, you may find that waking up in the morning in quiet reflection, you know, and speaking to whoever the higher power is something that connects you to God, or you might, or whatever, you know, or you might find that going to a church on Sundays helps you connect. But ultimately, it's what helps you to be the kind of person you want to be and how to connect with what you believe in,
100%.
not what everybody else wants you to do.
Exactly.
You know,
and that's the thing. Like, when you per se go to a church, a Bible study, whatever, I feel like whoever's leading that is trying to ram so much shit down your throat on what they believe.
Yeah.
Or how they want you to do it. Or what they want you to do. And I mean, I've read the Bible a couple of times, and I don't agree with a lot of the stuff people are trying to preach.
Yeah.
No. Like, you're going to read the Bible word for word. That's fine. It was written a long time ago. The beliefs hold up, but the way you act tells me way different things. Like, I, as a referee, have gone to games and watched the guy that everybody says is a good pastor, preacher, whatever, yell at me from the stands.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're allowed to be competitive, I get that, but what kind of person, like,
Right.
what's that say in the Bible? Yeah, and the same for the religion. Like, you talk about what you believe in, and it's like, oh, you're automatically in this group, and it's like, okay, maybe, but I don't 100% follow this group, that group, this group. Like, I want, like, this was the best candidate for me, or this was the best party for me, or this is the best whatever, you know, and that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah, it's your personal belief system.
Right.
So, yeah.
Anyway, wrapping this up, what would they think? What would they think?
What
That's
were they
way
thinking?
down there.
There you go. Yeah.
Unsolicited advice: be yourself, be
Yeah.
open. I mean, if you're conservative, I guess stay that way. You're boring. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, and I think the main thing, you know, just piggybacking off of that, if you're going to meet new people, being yourself is really the best way to go.
Yes.
Because there's so many people in the world, and like what I've learned over the years is that if you give people the wrong sense of who you are, that usually leads to conflict or like not great friendships or stuff later on. If you're just genuine, if you're just yourself from the very beginning, they either like you or you don't, and then you move on, you know,
Right.
and you meet more new people. So, yeah.
Moving on into sports, the World Series is finally over, and because it was won in Toronto, the Dodgers are not my champs.
Yeah. Doesn't count, right? It wasn't. It was on international soil.
It was international, doesn't count. No, I only watched 2 innings, and I was with you, Game 7, right here in this garage. We were playing cards, and the score popped up. I'm like, we got to watch this, and
Right.
I'm glad we did. I mean, that was some pretty good baseball. I followed it. You know, I watched the highlights, watched the stats. That was probably one of the best World Series to watch.
A lot of people are saying that, and honestly, Toronto put up much more of a fight than I thought they would.
I thought they were getting swept.
I originally thought they were going to get swept or lose 4-1 or whatever, but they put up a good fight. And honestly, we'll talk about this a little bit more later. They should have taken the pennant.
Oh,
honestly,
100%.
they played better overall.
Yes. So So the Dodgers are your 2025 World Series champs again,
Yeah.
right? First time going back-to-back since, what, 03?
Since I think it was like 98 to 2000. I think the Yankees had a three-peat, right? Or something like that.
I knew the Yankees. I just thought it was a little later. But, yeah.
But somewhere around there.
Yeah, you know. So I guess money does buy you a World Series now, which sucks. You know, I think they need to come up with a salary cap of some sort for baseball and maybe not let you defer $700 million to the end of your contract and only be $2 million to get the salary cap. But that just be.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and I will say, you know, absolutely phenomenal job by Shohei Ohtani. Like, generational player. That guy made such a difference on the mound, in the outfield, at the plate. Like, guy just really made a difference in that World Series.
I'm going to make a joke right here on Shohei Ohtani. So I told some of the guys at work today. So, you know, everybody's saying, well, Babe Ruth this, Babe Ruth that. I'm going to say Shohei Ohtani. You know why?
Why?
Because Babe Ruth didn't play against black people or the Dominican.
There you go.
Shohei Ohtani did. Just a joke, guys. I'm not trying to be mean here. I thought it was funny. No, I mean, to come in and pitch, to come in and hit, and just be all around the stud for the team.
Yeah.
How he didn't get MVP was kind of weird to me.
Right.
You know, the other kid did good. The other, I don't know what his name was, but the other Japanese guy, ended up pitching like 17 innings, getting the. But you know what I realized is, as good as he was, the last time, I think it was last year or 2 years or whatever it was, Kershaw was better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, and honestly, Kershaw was warming up in the bullpen. I so badly wanted him to come in.
I kind of wanted to see, I mean, obviously it was a great moment anyway for him to come out with the ring and everything at the end of his career, but I really kind of wanted to see him get that save.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you saved the World Series, you walk out with the pennant. Like, that's a great way to end.
So, well, enough World Series talk. We'll table that for a little bit later here in the episode. NFL recap. All right, so what were we, week 8 or week 9? Is that what we done?
Yeah.
Trying to get my app to load here.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but obviously the trade deadline is coming to an end.
Tonight?
Yeah, I believe tonight. I was just trying to look that up, but mine's being a little bit slow. It's over. Trade deadline is done.
It's done.
So
let's talk about that. The biggest trade, in my opinion, is Sauce Gardner to the Colts. Huge. Defense that's already top 5, just got that much better. And, you know, the Jets also traded Quinnen Williams, right? Yeah, the defensive tackle, to the Cowboys, who are trying to fill the gap of Frank Clark, who they traded to Green Bay.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever.
I mean, I think that's a good thing. So Dallas made a couple of trades. They got defensive line help. They got a linebacker in, and probably good. Some of that's depth. I don't know if there's any starters there for sure, but they need it. That defense is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely awful.
I'm just going to say it's because Trayvon Diggs is out. You don't have the guy that's getting 3 or 4 picks every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, he's not out there. So your over-the-top corner that's usually making plays is gone. Another one was Raheed Shaheed, however you say it.
Oh, Raheed Shaheed or whatever, yeah.
From the New Orleans Saints, gets traded to bolster what is already an impressive wide receiver room in Seattle. Going with JSN and the other guy, whoever it was. But kind of a shocking trade to me.
Yeah,
like, I didn't think he was
a
big trade candidate. Like, you know, and you and I were texting about it, and you wonder if that's just to, like you said, get somebody over the top to stretch the field down. So that could be good in that terms of thing. I think, me, as a fantasy football owner of Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara, that's really going to help me out.
Oh, for sure.
Because now you only got 2 guys that can get the ball versus 3. What other trades were out there? Logan Wilson went to Dallas. That was the linebacker they got. He was from Cincy. I think he's actually a pretty decent linebacker. Plays sideline to sideline pretty well. And just plays on a terrible defense. Maybe that's what makes him look so good. Because he's always getting the tackle there because nobody else does. I don't know. Any other trades that we're going to talk about?
There's not really a lot. I low-key kind of like Jacoby Myers to Jacksonville.
Yes.
Not going to be a big splash, but adds some depth and another weapon for Trevor Lawrence, who really kind of needs it.
Yep.
And they didn't give up a whole lot for it, so I kind of like that signing.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
The Bears got a defensive lineman, but honestly, that's just depth.
Yeah.
Never heard of this kid before, Joe Tryon Shoyinka.
Used to play for Buccaneers.
Yeah, he was a first-round pick with the Buccaneers.
Yep.
Basically, he came from the Browns. He's Miles Garrett from Timu. I mean, I think they call him Kilometer Garrett or something like that. But yeah.
Not a trade deadline thing, but Arizona has officially named a new starter.
Oh yeah.
So I saw that today.
I didn't see
Jacoby
that.
Brissett is
I didn't see
the
that.
official starter. He's starting this week against Seattle.
Wow.
So, I mean, hey, if you're going to upset somebody, you might as well upset the next one too, right?
Yeah. He played great. He really did.
So is this the end of Kyler Murray?
I think this year was the end of Kyler Murray anyway. So the fact that Arizona looks like a different team with Kyler Murray gone just sealed the deal. I mean, I don't know. This team suddenly has momentum. They looked good against Dallas, which so has every other team that's played Dallas. But,
That's true.
I mean, you got momentum going. Do you really want to change that back?
No, I wouldn't want to.
I mean, you know what you've got in Kyler Murray, and it ain't a lot.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right, let's break it down. Thursday night, Lamar came back with Baltimore winning 28-6 over the Dolphins.
Yeah. Snore. Terrible game.
Yeah, Lamar came back. That's
Yeah.
all we need to know. The shootout of the week. This was fun. Chicago Bears 47, Cincinnati Bengals 42.
What a crazy end of that game.
Oh, it was nuts. And here's the thing, like, Joe Flacco is playing better than like 70% of the QBs in the league.
Yeah.
At what, 45?
Oh, yeah. Joe Flacco's doing amazing. Chicago really almost blew it there at the end.
Several times.
Yeah, several times with the kick and everything. But,
Yeah.
I mean, also, Joe Flacco is playing good ball, but Caleb Williams is playing some damn good ball, too.
Here's my impressive takeaway from this Bears win. Colston Loveland.
Yes.
Dude was phenomenal. He showed why he got picked in the first round, which kind of surprised everybody. And his breakaway play shows exactly how bad the Cincinnati defense is.
That was terrible. There was no effort on tackling on that play.
He should have been down.
It should have been a 17, 20-yard gain to get him into field goal range and just like a bowling pin off of a couple of people and goes for 58 yards.
Yeah.
That should have never happened.
Right.
I will say, though, a couple of things that really stood out. Loveland had a great game. This rookie running back, Monangai, stepped in. 26 carries, 176 yards.
Yeah.
He did great. I saw a stat, and whatever, it's a weird stat. I'm convinced that in today's NFL, you can find a stat for anything, make anybody look good. But so Caleb Williams, first player to have over 250 yards, a receiving touchdown, and a rushing touchdown in the same game.
That's kind of wild that they hit the first one.
Yeah. But it's true. He had 280 yards. He threw for 3 touchdowns. He ran for another 50. He had 2 receptions for like 30 yards and a touchdown. And a lot of that is Ben Johnson.
Right.
Just
And
knowing
here's the
how
thing,
to use people.
You talk about these stats. This is literally the LeBron James effect in sports.
Oh,
Like, this is a LeBron stat. I love it. I watched it, and Logan came over for a little bit and watched the end of the Bears game, and I didn't see a whole lot of it because I was watching the Carolina game, but when I saw the trick plays, Ben Johnson using it. I'm like, here's the thing, though, that's crazy. To think that would work.
Right.
And it did.
It did.
Probably only against the Bengals and maybe the Jets or somebody, but
it was kind of crazy, that Tyson Bagent came in and they did that trick play with the 2 quarterbacks. But the other thing was, how did it feel as a Carolina fan to see DJ Moore throw a touchdown and be like, God damn it, our old receiver's a better quarterback than we have?
The thing is I'm glad to see you guys using him.
Yeah, for sure.
You haven't been. And it's just give him back if you're not going to use him. We need him.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't take much to be better than Bryce Young. So.
And great game. Who would have thought? Chicago scored the most points of the.
Yeah, just like everybody thought, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, Cincinnati was second best. So.
Well, Minnesota upsets the Detroit Lions.
Didn't see that one coming.
No, J.J. McCarthy is an animal.
Yeah.
That guy is a young Baker Mayfield. He is out there trying to win games, doing whatever he can to do it. So.
And a huge letdown for Detroit,
Yeah.
It's
And a must-win game.
Yeah.
They needed this one.
Especially with Green Bay lost too.
Yep.
Which we'll get to. But this was really a moment for Detroit to kind of seize the division.
Yep.
And yeah, they fucked this up.
Yeah. So now the division is super close.
Well, yeah, because Minnesota has now beat Detroit and Chicago, and Chicago, Detroit, and Green Bay have a 3-way tie as far as records go.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The next one up, Carolina Panthers 16, Green Bay Packers 13.
Nobody saw this coming.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I didn't. And Michael Parsons said it best. Not very often does a quarterback throw for like 102 yards and they win.
Yeah.
Almost never. Unless they're the Carolina Panthers. But here's the thing, like, the story behind all this is Rico Dowdle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this kid has come alive. I did a kind of a deep dive onto him. He's a South Carolina dude, Carolina guy, undrafted free agent, and he's now making waves, And they gave Chuba the start against Buffalo last week, which is kind of bullshit to face it off that. But Rico still played a good defense in Green Bay, and, I was like, oh, they are one of the best run defenses, so he went off again.
Oh, yeah. And I will say, like, Jordan Love is having a great year, and I do think that he's probably their quarterback for a long time. Jordan Love doesn't throw a lot of interceptions, but when he does throw an interception, they're fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Like, when he throws a pick, you're like, what the hell is he doing? Luckily, it doesn't happen often.
And I think the big thing is he lost his favorite target.
Yes.
Tucker Kraft is now down. ACL, he's out for the year. So that's going to be a big blow. They're going to kind of have to revamp their offense a little bit. So see what comes up out of that. Moving on, Chargers over Tennessee Titans, 27-20. Tennessee put up more of a fight than I expected.
Yeah, I really thought this was going to be a blowout. Good thing that comes out of it is Chargers now have the best record in the AFC. But this was much closer than it should have been.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. New England over Atlanta, 23-24. I actually picked Atlanta to upset this. So now with them winning, the Patriots winning, Drake May is now probably one of the favorites for MVP again, which is fine. He's playing good ball, throwing to a lot of people that nobody knows.
Yeah.
So kind of doing what his successor did, predecessor.
I kind of thought,
it is.
Yeah, a predecessor. Yeah, I kind of thought that they would make a splash at the trade deadline.
They needed to.
I mean, especially because what's his name, Boot or whatever, is out for a couple of weeks. Right. I thought they would make some kind of.
You would have thought they'd go after a big name wide receiver.
Yeah.
Guess it wasn't there. But no, New England keeps doing the right thing and winning games, and I think they'll be in the playoffs this year. So.
I think so. They're really, really a good team.
San Francisco 49ers 34, Giants 24. The new look Giants, not a fan. Dart led the team in rushing yards.
Yeah.
With like 56. You got Tyrone Tracy and Singletary. Not a whole lot going on there. Not a lot to throw to with neighbors out. Theo Johnson, the tight end's coming alive. So, but here's the thing: the Niners are starting to get everybody back.
Yep.
They're getting healthy. I think Ayuk is coming back off to the practice this week. Mm-hmm. That's huge. Once Purdy's good to go, the Niners are going to come back and be vengeful. Try to get back into it. And they played pretty well. They really did.
The Niners played well. I expected more out of the Giants, but I think there's just too many injuries on that team.
Yeah, no.
Dart's playing great ball, but he can't do it all himself. Mm-hmm. So, but no, San Francisco played a great game, especially with Mac Jones still under center, and I think like you said, they're really going to be a force the rest of the season. Yep. So, the next one disappointed me.
It was coming.
I went out and talked amazing things about Daniel Jones and the Colts. I tried to make up for the fact that I made him number 32 at the beginning of the season, and then this happens.
It was coming, right?
You knew it was coming. It had to be. Yeah.
Pittsburgh's not a bad team. They're really aren't. I did not think Daniel Jones would throw 4 picks.
Yeah.
Or have 4 turnovers.
Right.
2 interceptions, 2 fumbles, whatever it was. They could never get anything sustained or going. It was a Pittsburgh game pretty much the entire time. Mike Tomlin doing Mike Tomlin things, upsetting teams and trying to get his team back into the winning column. They'll probably win 500 again, or 1 game over.
I think that Pittsburgh really exposed Indianapolis here.
They did, yes.
Because, really the worst game of the season so far for Jonathan Taylor. He had under 50 total yards, receiving and rushing. Really didn't do a whole lot in that game. They shut down Jonathan Taylor and they said, okay, Danny Dimes, come beat us.
Yeah.
And he looked rough.
Yep.
So, I don't know where they go from here. They, like you said, they bolstered their defense. They're in a weak division. They definitely got a strong start to the season, but this was not a good look for them.
No. And what's the other rebound, though? I mean,
it was still a close game. 4 turnovers and you lose by a touchdown.
Right.
So,
yeah. Denver edges Houston 18-15. Not good.
Yeah.
You got the win, sure. Probably should have scored a lot more points than that. Shouldn't have been that close. Denver is falling mightily, in my opinion. They're not doing as well as they should be. Sure, they're getting. I mean, they're winning terribly. Let's put it that way. Like they're winning games, they're just doing it in a terrible way. Like, you're not doing the things you should be. You are making key mistakes. So, not a good look.
And the only place that they've really shined is when they played Dallas. Otherwise, it seems like they're just squeaking by. And good teams win those close games, but these are
but they're making them close.
Yeah, these are sweaty.
Yeah.
So I did not expect Denver or Chicago to be as sweaty as they were. I thought those were easy wins this week, and both of them I was watching at the end like, what the fuck is going to happen here?
Right.
So, the next one, too. The next one.
Super close. Should have been. Jacksonville should have smoked the Las Vegas Raiders. Obviously didn't happen. It's a 1-point game. Congratulations on getting the win. I'd like to see what Trevor Lawrence does with another option out there. Travis Hunter did get hurt, right?
Yes.
So that could have been a factor in some things when you're relying on a guy for so much, on both sides of the ball. Things can happen when he's not there.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what happened here. Did GT have a good game?
I think he did. Yeah, actually. And so he had 13 attempts, 42 yards rushing, but he had 5 receptions for 47 yards and a touchdown. So he contributed. I mean, almost 100 all-purpose yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, so I would say that's a step in the right direction with him.
Yeah, Brock Bowers, though. 127 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean,
he's probably the number 1 tight end.
I would say so. I mean, we talked about Tucker Kraft, but Bowers is just consistent. And if he was actually on a good team with a better quarterback, he'd be a stud.
Yeah, so come to Carolina.
Yeah. There you go.
So, and the next one's one I want to talk about a lot. New Orleans Saints 10, LA Rams 34. Matthew freaking Stafford.
Yeah.
Did you see his block or his attempt to block?
Yeah.
Like, he spotted down the field to get a, nope, never mind.
Yeah.
Like, he kind of was like, I'm going to block this guy. I'm too old for this shit. Not doing this. But the dude is playing lights out.
He is.
Like, 0 turnovers the last 3 games or something?
Yeah.
Like, 14 touchdowns and 1,800 yards or some shit. It's crazy.
And that's the thing. Like, yes, this was the Saints, and I get that, but dude is balling out week after week.
Yeah. So, here's my thing. Like, we'll keep talking about Drake May, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick. Why are we not talking about Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
Like, he's taking care of the ball. He's winning games. He's throwing yards. He's using Devontae Adams as his number 1 target now, who's, 32, 33? Like, Devontae looks like prime Packer Devontae with Aaron Rodgers, so that's going crazy.
And I don't think, so Matt Stafford has never won the MVP, which I didn't think he had. The only year that he really should have, in my opinion, was the year that Cooper Kupp got it.
Or Calvin Johnson here.
Exactly, or Calvin Johnson. But he's always had that receiver that's kind of outshined him.
Right.
This year, he's using everybody.
Right.
So, I think he should.
Well, he kind of has to.
Well, yeah. But, he's not just shoveling 20 passes, Puka Nakua's way or anything like that. He's really passing the ball around. He's playing well. He's
making Tyler Higbee look relevant.
Oh, yeah.
Who's, he's a good blocking tight end. I never saw him much in the passing game, but he's getting there this year.
Yeah, he is.
Kyron Williams also doing things. The Saints look awful.
Yeah, they're bad. Now that, the Jets won a game, now that the Browns have been a little bit competitive, I would be very tempted to call the Saints the worst team in the league.
Yep.
I mean, just...
Yeah, they don't have a QB.
They don't.
And they kind of did it to themselves. The kind of way you were wanting to get rid of Derek Carr, making him kind of force retirement there. You kind of deserve this. Like, you didn't do the right thing that you should have to keep somebody or healthy or whatever. So it's on you. And honestly, as somebody who's a Panthers fan and watched Drew Brees screw us for so many years, I'm fine with it. Have fun.
Right.
Kansas City Chiefs 21, Buffalo Bills 28. I love this game. Here's the thing, though. Josh Allen has manhandled Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the regular season.
Exactly.
Can we do this in the playoffs, please?
Exactly.
All in all, it was exactly how every game seems to go with these two. Somebody makes some plays, next one makes some plays, back and forth a little bit. Really thought that Patrick Mahomes was going to make a comeback. There was enough time on the clock for it to happen. But Buffalo stood strong.
Yeah, and this is a great win for Buffalo. We talked about how they didn't really have any wins against quality opponents. With Kansas City kind of finding their rhythm, Buffalo winning this game is huge.
Yep, I agree.
But again, just like you said, they own them in the regular season. They've got to be able to beat them in the postseason.
Right.
So,
we'll see if this is the year.
We'll see.
As of right now, the Chiefs aren't even in the playoffs if the season ends today. So, kind of crazy. Seattle 38, Washington 14. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
I mean, what was he? 17 for 17 for 200 and some yards and multiple touchdowns at halftime.
Yeah. And poor Jaden Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
That elbow. Yeah, ouch. And this is what I talked about with a couple other people a few weeks back. People don't know how to ball anymore.
No.
Why are you putting your arm down in that motion?
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Yeah, I talk about that with junior high football.
Right.
If you're going down, you cannot stop yourself on your arm.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Right. And I mean, that looked nasty. I feel for the kid. That had to hurt. But at the same time, dude, go down.
Yeah.
Very commanding win over the Commanders. That was good, wasn't it?
That.
Seattle's for real. They are.
All of a sudden, this division looks tough.
Yes. One that I didn't think was going to be the toughest division, and it is. Well, the next game tells you why, too. But they're all winning.
They're all winning, yeah. They're all playing really well.
Right.
So,
so the NFC West is back to the old NFC West, back when it was good with Russell Wilson, and the good defense that the Niners used to have, and Rand always in there with Aaron Donald. So, yeah. Let's go on to the final games. Monday Night Football, Arizona 27, Dallas 17. I didn't pick this game to go this way. I picked Dallas to win. It didn't work out.
I picked Arizona. I thought this was coming. Dallas just is bad.
Yeah.
Dak does not look good, which is crazy because he has arguably one of the most talented rosters in the league around him. The defense is awful.
Yes, they are.
So
when you can let Jacoby Brissett and Marvin Harrison and whoever the hell else they have in Arizona beat you by 10.
Oh, yeah.
Not
in
good.
fact, what was the final score? Cardinals-Cowboys.
27-17.
You ready? Can you see that? Cardinals 31, Cowboys 17. I called it last week.
Oh,
it's damn close.
A little off, but you're close.
Yeah.
I like it. Not bad.
So.
Yeah. 27-20. Yeah, you were way off on that one.
Yeah, hey, we're talking about the Cardinals. So.
But no, that was the rundown. A little longer than I thought we were going to take. Shout out to one of our friends and a softball player, Ty Corbin, on winning the pick'em for the week. We'll be reaching out to you for your prize. And so far, through 9 weeks, no repeat winners yet.
Yeah, still no repeat winners.
The $100 jackpot is still open for everybody, all 9 of you that have won.
Yeah.
Win again, and just yours to take it.
I want to win.
We don't count.
Fuck.
I mean, I wish we did, but we don't count.
Right.
You know.
All right, well, let's see what we get this week.
All right, Week 10, Thursday Night Football looks to be a slobber knocker.
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders travel to Denver in the Mile High Stadium to take on Bo Nix and come.
This has to be the Broncos.
If they lose this game, you kind of think your season's trending the other direction.
Yeah. With all the close wins they've had, if this game is close or even a loss, I'm really worried about them.
Yeah, I agree. I'll be honest with you, they should win by 20
No. So.
easily. It shouldn't be a game. We have a Sunday morning game this week.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Atlanta at Indy. Obviously, it's probably not at Indy. It's overseas, international, wherever it's at. But the Colts should probably win this one, right?
They should. I do think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think.
Yeah. I mean, Atlanta's playing everybody pretty tough, except for Carolina.
But I think the Colts bounce back.
Yeah. No,
So,
yeah.
And I don't think they contain Jonathan Taylor like
Pittsburgh. Yeah, no, I'm with you there.
For the assist.
New York Giants at Chicago. We actually have some fun going to this game.
Yeah.
So Logan and Anthony are going to make the trip up there. I think this is a good one to go watch. Hits a little differently without Scatterbo there because that could have been fun to watch.
It would have.
But I have every reason to believe that Chicago is going to handle this game the way they need to.
Yeah. I think Chicago wins this. You know, our defense is hurting, and we've let a lot of passing yards up in this season. Like, our passing defense is not great. But considering the Giants' weapons and who they're throwing to, I think we take this game pretty easily.
I mean, I think you lock down Theo Johnson, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Buffalo travels south to Miami. That should be Buffalo all day.
Shouldn't even be close.
Ravens at Minnesota. This one could probably get upset too. Obviously, Minnesota's playing well at times, beating some people they shouldn't be, and barely getting beat by people they shouldn't be beating. So it's really going to depend on how they show up and which J.J. McCarthy they have.
Yeah.
I still think Lamar runs crazy all over that defense.
Yeah, I mean, give me the Vikings.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Yeah, I think the Ravens, even with Lamar back, they don't look great. They manhandled the Dolphins on Thursday night, but it's the Dolphins.
Right, exactly.
The Vikings are going to be a different story. Sneaky, they could get this.
Yeah.
So
We have the Dumpster Bowl coming up. Cleveland Browns at the New York Jets. The Jets just traded 2 key players on defense.
Yeah.
So that defense is going to get exploded. I'm going with Cleveland.
yeah, give me the Browns, especially like you said, the key pieces being gone. The Jets were already bad.
Right. This one I think could be an interesting game. Probably one to keep an eye on. New England travels to Tampa Bay. It's time to see who's for real.
Yeah, this is a really big game.
This could show us is Drake May real? Because this is a good defense he's going against. Is Baker Mayfield real to shut down the hype on Drake May?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay, though, because I'm a big Baker Mayfield fan.
Yeah, and I think I agree. Give me Baker. I think a little bit more experience with Baker compared to Drake May, and it's in Tampa Bay. The Bucs are going to edge this one out, but this will be a damn good game.
New Orleans travels to Charlotte to take on the Panthers, and I got to say this is a must-win game.
Yeah.
We're sitting at 5-4. Don't like that, we're not going. I mean, they were talking about playoff hopes, and I'm just like, what? But New Orleans bad. It shouldn't be a game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Panthers. I have everything in my heart told them we're gonna find a way to lose this one, but hopefully they get the win.
I feel like it's got to be the Panthers, and you don't want to get ahead of yourself. But if Atlanta loses to Indy, and if the Patriots beat the Bucs, and both of those things are reasonable, Panthers win this game. This division looks a lot more interesting.
Yeah, we'll be sitting at 6-4.
Yeah.
AFC South showdown: Jacksonville at Houston. I don't like Jacksonville in this. Actually, neither does Yahoo.
Yeah.
They actually had the Texans favored by a lot, which is crazy. I think C.J. Stroud is questionable, so that's huge. If he doesn't play, I don't think there's a chance. But no, I'm going to Jacksonville in this one.
Yeah, I think that the Texans have quietly been playing really good ball. Kind of found a little bit of identity. They're no powerhouse, but I think they've got enough to get past the Jaguars here.
Oh, nice.
So unless C.J. Stroud's out, Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
So
Arizona at Seattle. This here we just talked about NFC West showdown and the powerhouse. That you want to say Seattle's going to walk away with this game.
You would think so, yeah. I still think that eventually Sam Darnold crashes down to earth.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Seattle is rolling. It's in Seattle. I've got the Seahawks here.
Oh, me too. That 12-man is going to help out.
And then another NFC West showdown.
This is probably my favorite game of the week right now, as of what we looked at. The Rams at the Niners, and I think if Brandon Ayuk actually is able to play, Niners might pull it off. But without his status being certain, with Purdy still being out, I don't think they can get past the Rams. You need all your weapons on offense to get past it. And I'm loving Matt Stafford right now, so I'm going with the Rams.
I think the Rams, that offense is rolling, and as long as Mac Jones is under center, and like you said, we don't know when some of the weapons come back, the Rams are going to be hard to keep up with.
Yep.
So,
Detroit at Washington. The Commanders are done this year.
yeah.
You're probably done with Jaden Daniels. I can't imagine he'd play again this season. Marshawn Lattimore towards ACL. He's out. I feel like they had one more injury. So, yeah, give me Detroit all day long.
Yeah, I agree. It's got to be Detroit. I think one of the easiest games to pick this week.
Yeah.
So,
Pittsburgh going to travel across the nation to L.A. to take on the Chargers.
and they're going to go back to Pittsburgh with a loss.
Nope. Pittsburgh is going to do what they did last week to Indy and shut the Chargers down.
Yeah, hey, they've got a hell of a defense. They run good ball control. I could see it, but these Chargers, they're not as good as I thought they were going to be, but they're winning games. And quietly, with Indianapolis falling and everything else, they beat the Steelers. I think they're sitting at the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Probably
So,
are. Right, that's the Sunday night football game. It's a pretty good one. I think it'll be one to watch for sure. Monday night football is going to be in Green Bay with Eagles versus Packers.
yeah.
Packers just got beat by Carolina, so obviously they're playing with some vengeance and trying to get back into the winning column. I don't know that that's possible. I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think also the Eagles win. The Eagles really need to start stacking up some wins here. The Packers, I don't know, man. We've had some really bad games by the Packers this year. They
Yes.
lost to the Browns. They lost, again this week to the Panthers. No offense. They shouldn't have lost that game.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the Packers anymore.
All the offense, man.
Yeah. Don't shame my Panthers.
Hey, we have the same record as you,
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Hold on.
and we gave you everything. Everything.
We gave you everything. I was going to see.
And we're doing it with less.
That's the truth.
Our quarterback sucks. A little bit more than yours.
So as of right now, I wanted to look this up. Yeah, dude. Okay, we got the same record. Chicago is 6th in the league with points scored per game. Carolina's 27th.
Well,
But hey, that says something about your defense.
that's what I'm
Honestly,
saying.
I mean, yeah.
So I was actually, so I was trying to pick up a defense, some fantasy for some bye weeks. So I looked at Carolina's. I'm like, they've been holding teams like less than 15.
Yeah.
It's literally one of the lowest scoring points in fantasy. I'm like, how is this possible? Like, you're not getting scored on,
Mm-hmm.
But, you look at total points. Well, a week ago, Buffalo scored 40 on them. So, like, that hurts.
Yeah.
But then you shut down Green Bay, they only allow 13. So, apparently there's no rhyme or reason what's going on there. So,
Yeah, they'll figure it out one way or the other.
So, what do we want for a garage time game of the week?
I really like the Rams and 49ers.
I'm with you. I was
Yeah.
hoping you'd say that one. Rams, Niners, garage time game of the week worth 3 points on the pick'ems. And, let's see who gets it.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on to the GTR. We got to talk about it because it breaks my heart.
I don't like it.
It scares me. So Showtime is a free agent. So Shota Imanaga, who's been with the Cubs for the last 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Cubs didn't pick up his option, and he declined his option, which was supposed to be around $15 million. My only thought is this was agreed upon mutually, and they're trying to extend him for a long time.
Maybe.
But I'll be honest with you, in the playoffs, his control was awful.
Right. He did falter in the playoffs, but at times in the season, he was your most consistent option. So I don't know. You've got
Caden Horton was pretty good.
You've got Steele, coming back.
Yeah.
Who knows how that'll look? You really don't know.
Yeah.
Cade Horton played great. There's only room for Ben Brown to improve.
Yeah. Well, Ben Brown wasn't supposed to be here this year.
Right. I
No.
mean, there's only room for him to improve, but God, I don't like this.
I wanted Showtime back. I was hoping we'd pick up his option.
Yeah.
It's just I'm trying to be optimistic in this and say that means they're probably working something.
Or they've got their eye on somebody bigger. I mean, maybe.
Screwball.
Yeah, maybe they watched this podcast and they heard you talk about Paul Skeens and they're like, "Hey, Showtime, you got to go."
Yeah. Can we have both?
Can we have both? Sure. Hey, there's no.
I'm not greedy.
Yeah, we're the Chicago Dodgers. Let's do it.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It scares me. Showtime's one I thought we were going to have for next year, and now that we might not,
Yeah,
I'm worried because that changes a lot of things.
it does.
Because we needed to go get that fifth pitcher. Well, now we need to go get a fourth and fifth pitcher.
Right.
And that's going to be hard to get. I mean, so really, I don't know when free agency actually starts. So that's going to be, because Yankees, Dodgers, all these teams with money are probably going to make them offers.
Well, I think and that's going to be hard. Loyalty or not, even if this was mutually agreed upon.
Think about this. Hold on. Kershaw retired.
Right.
All the other Japanese fuckers are over in LA with the Dodgers, so do you go hang out with your buddies?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Even if this was mutually agreed upon, money talks.
Oh, it does.
And he could very easily walk. But you know what? We signed Showtime long term. We bring Schwarber home, and then we go find our number 5 pitcher. The Cubs are looking good.
Yeah, I say so.
Yeah.
Really excited to see what happens. We did have 3 Gold Glovers,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Hap, PCA,
Nico.
and Nico.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's awesome to see them doing what they've been doing for years. I mean, this is 5 straight for Hap.
Yeah.
Like, now I know his bat took a step back, but obviously if you're getting a Gold Glove, you're doing something right.
Yeah. You can't beat his defense. And Nico, you knew that was coming.
Right.
So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably the best second baseman in the league.
Yeah.
And PCA just had to happen. I mean, the guy's making plays that he shouldn't be making all over the field. So.
Yeah.
Super happy with that. Very disappointed in the Showtime decision. But I really just, like I said, trying to be optimistic.
Yeah, and there's probably something else behind it, but it was a surprise to me today. So we'll see how it pans out, though.
What were they thinking? We're going to talk about the World Series and last 2 innings.
This was terrible.
I mean, you basically gave a game away.
Yeah.
We had a learning lesson right here in this garage on why you call a ball in the outfield.
Yeah. The Dodgers almost lost that game
On one play, yeah.
on really basic baseball knowledge.
Yes.
I mean, we preach it to our kids. Like you said, learning moment. As soon as it happened, I looked at my kids and I said, "Hey guys, we talk about this during the season. This is exactly what we talk about." You had your 2 Dodgers outfielders. Neither one of them called the ball. Neither one of them yield. They collide. Luckily, one of them catches the ball. But that ball falls. This game's over.
Yep.
You lost the World Series.
Yep.
And the guy that was more aggressive going to the ball and the guy that didn't back off had a terrible angle. I mean, because he's catching like this,
They both return. Yeah.
So I don't know, but
The center fielder makes every ball he can get, But no, I'm with you. Like, somebody got to be a leader out there.
yeah, you got to call the other guy off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, terrible timing. But the biggest thing I want to talk about is why are we not playing small ball?
yeah,
Like, I didn't understand that at all. You have to be aggressive with your leads in this type of game.
yeah,
Toronto could have won. I think should have stole second to get out of the double play depth. I think when you're on third base with the bases loaded, you need to get a bigger lead. I see a lot of people saying that, if they throw behind him. If that pitcher's thinking about throwing to third base in that moment, let him.
yeah.
That's probably going to be a bad throw.
And dude, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I shared a graphic on our podcast page, and it's like bottom of the 9th, 1 out, bases loaded. How did the Blue Jays lose this game?
Yes.
I mean, literally any hit is a win.
Right.
You bloop it, it falls in as a single, you win.
Right.
You hit it deep, it's a sac fly, you win. Like, contact wins this game right then and there. And nothing. They're swinging for the fences. The one guy who I was getting pissed off didn't swing at anything at all.
Right. Yeah, no shit.
It's crazy to me. And then,
Why are we not bunting?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, no sack bunt, no sack fly, no. And then, you mentioned too, they had another chance at it, I think in the 10th inning. Somebody got on base. I wanted to say it was Vladdy, but it wasn't. He got on base. They put in a pinch runner, so you're thinking you have somebody fast. We're thinking, steal situation. Multiple breaking balls, change-ups. Dude does not leave the base. Right. And he's got a big run. I mean, he's got quite the lead off of first base and doesn't go for second.
Yep. I never understood that because, if you put a pinch runner in, it's to be aggressive. Yeah. Right? I mean, you're not putting it in there just because you want something faster, especially with the person you took out.
Right.
If you tie the game up, you just lost your shortstop.
Right. You just took out a great glove that you're going to need.
So wasn't an ideal situation to me, but why are we not stealing? Why are we not bunting? Toronto lost this because of that.
Yeah. At the end of the game, when push came to shove, Toronto wasn't aggressive enough.
No.
They backed off.
Yeah, they gave the game away. I do agree with Vladdy, whatever. Trying to hit the home run because, I mean, that's what he does.
Perfect placement, too.
Yeah.
When that ball fell into that outfield corner, I was like, this is a great way to start the ninth inning. Yeah. But,
then it kind of faltered, which was shocking. I don't know. You had no outs, right?
Yeah.
With the runner on second. Like, how do you not move him over?
Right. Advance the runner, at the very least.
And I think all you do at that time is tie the game up, but you tie the game up, right?
Right.
But I just shocking to me how that kind of went about. And obviously, you can talk about Hoffman leaving the pitch in the zone to get blasted, but, I mean, at the end of the day, it really came down to the batting and the offense.
Yep.
You gotta produce.
And that's the thing, like
to think that any pitcher is going to go through the Dodgers lineup twice without allowing a run is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Like that is probably the best hitting lineup in the majors. I mean,
and I just think it's crazy. It's today's MLB that everybody wants to go for the long ball, but that small ball still wins games.
But it does.
And we preach it at our level. I know you preach it when you coach. I preach it when you coach. Look, I don't care how far you hit the ball. Put it in play.
Right.
The more people that get on base, good things are going to happen.
Right.
You don't have to smash a ball every time you come up to bat.
Yep. So, and, the guy that hit the home run to win the game is not somebody I would have picked.
No. Yeah.
Will Smith, I mean, he rocked it.
He did. Gets to be a hero.
Yeah. I mean, good for him. We talked multiple times. Freeman, Ohtani, Shohei struck out, right? Grounded lazily out to second. That's what he did. And we're like, you're getting all that money for that? Like, you got to be doing something in this situation.
Anything.
Mookie Betts did pretty well. But you made it through that lineup, and then you got to Will Smith and gave up the home run.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that sucks. Like, I understand where Hoffman's coming from, saying he let him down. It was a shitty pitch. But, dude, you did your job. Yeah. You got through the heart of that lineup.
And that's the thing. At points in that game, you had a tie game at the bottom of the ninth, bases loaded. Toronto had an opportunity. You get through the top of the Dodgers lineup. You get to the bottom of the Dodgers lineup. At the same time, you're coming up to the top of your lineup. Things were looking really good.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, it just – they took the foot off the gas. They weren't aggressive enough at the end. And they didn't play smart ball.
Nope, not at all. So, congratulations, Dodgers, on your win. Choke on it. Whatever. I'm just happy that as a Cub fan, we're not going to have to go against Kershaw anymore.
Yeah.
Legendary career, though. Dude's a stud. I feel like Bumgarner better, but whatever.
And we can all be happy that the Brewers didn't win.
Yes.
Or the Yankees.
Yeah, or the Yankees. But the Dodgers won, so.
I know, I really didn't watch the Dodgers.
I mean, I would have rather seen Seattle or Toronto.
Seattle would have been cool. Toronto would have been cool. Yeah.
No.
End of list.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So.
But no. Obviously, some exciting topics to talk about this week. Some fun stuff. So, wrap it up.
Okay. As always, like, follow, subscribe. We're on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, everywhere you want to be. If we're not there, it's because you're not there. So, blame yourself.
Until next time. Garage time. Yeah!